Hello everyone. A lot of people have asked me to make a guide for Serbia over here, so I have decided to do so. We're gonna go with the starting moves, what you should be doing. Okay, so let's first look at the top of the screen. Over here we are having ability to choose rivals, as you are already familiar with. Due to the flavor that we're having with Serbia, we're straight gonna go for Byzantine Empire. Alright, now as a Serbian, what you want to do is to rival Croatia and this small country over here of Albania. Once you're done with your rivals, you need to educate your stupid kids. Now, this guy ruined everything, historically speaking, okay? So, we're gonna make him a little bit smarter, alright? The administrative education is the GOAT. Now, the reason why administrative education is a GOAT, I'll explain in a second once I click this through, is because, as you can see, it's giving you crown power, okay? So ideally, your ruler is gonna have all the stats very good, and as you can see, our soon-to-be emperor is having goated stats that are only gonna go higher as the time passes, okay? We're going to go into the possible reforms, alright? The good stuff for Serbia to take, obviously, is the food production and serfdom, okay? Because down the line you're going to be able to reform the government again, and if you have high enough serfdom, you'll be able to get universal serfdom, which is going to give you crown power also. So you're going to start with that, okay? And then the second one is going to be taking autocracy, which is also going to give you crown power from the get-go, okay? Now when it comes to your other estates, what people tend to do is to remove the communal lands from the serfdom, and this is something you can do even at the get-go. I like to wait a little bit before I do it, because depends from the playthrough, and if he's gonna be dying from the Black Plague, it's just RNG, right? At the end of the day, we don't want to trigger the negative flavor effects, okay? So I tend to take it out once it's costing around 10 to 7 stability instead of 20, okay? I leave it at the start. So this is up to you to do. But anyways, what you want to do is to give common militias to your peasantry, okay? Next, when it comes to meštanstvo, which is the burghers of Serbia, you're gonna scroll all the way down here, you're gonna find urban development grants. This is gonna passively give you monthly development, and as the game is going through, this is gonna, add you, hundreds of developments across your country passively without you even paying attention to it, okay? Now, when we go to La Stella, who are the nobles in Serbia, we're gonna scroll down over here and we're gonna do nobility control serfdom due to the lack of food consumption, or peasants and laborers taking less of it, and then you're gonna be getting also monthly progress to serfdom, which is something that we want, okay? And then when we go to clergy, we need to fix up a little bit, so we're gonna give them powerful dioceses. I think that's how you pronounce it. Sorry, English is not my native language, okay? And when it comes to other stuff, this is really up to you. In general, I tend to go for expansion is zealotry, okay? Just so that we can get a little bit more satisfaction. We are not really looking for these buffs, but you will find very often that with Serbia, once you grow to the great power, you will not have people to rival after a while. So getting that belligerent, it's quite nice in my opinion, and I'm just gonna do that, okay? Now we are down to 50 legitimacy. What I like to do with Serbia is to automate trade. I can't bother with it. The rest of the stuff I tend to essentially manually do, unless I get bored around of it. It's around 1600s, then I automate quite a lot of stuff. When it comes to precious metal distributions, you're not gonna really be doing a lot of minting early. So income from minting, can be reduced when it comes to unlimited export, but I'm efficiency Andy, so when I see trade efficiency, I click on trade efficiency or any other efficiency and I select it without thinking much about it. All right, now when we go to diplomatic options, we're gonna go to friendly options, we're gonna click on improve options, we're gonna do it with Bulgaria, we're gonna do it with Kingdom Hungary, and we're gonna do it with Naples over here. Now what tends to happen is that you're gonna have Hungary rivaling you, okay? Naples is gonna rival you maybe, okay? If you're not experienced player, I recommend you, if Hungary and Naples are gonna rival you both, just do escape, go back to the main menu and start a new run, okay? Bulgaria tends to drop you an alliance early, okay? Now why I'm employing Naples and Bulgaria? As the time passes and you're slowly increasing that reputation with them, there is less chances of them rivaling you. And instead you can get alliances with them, which you can use them proactively early in order to secure territories for you, okay? So when it comes to possible cabinet actions, first over here you're gonna click on your cabinet. I'm gonna go for strengthened government, which is gonna give us monthly legitimacy, and I'm gonna go for stabilized country, okay? I like to play with maxed out stability and maxed out legitimacy. I'm gonna select the cabinet members. They're sorted according to the highest required ability level. So we're gonna select 2 of those, okay? Now they're doing their job, okay? So we're gonna go over here to research. We're gonna go organize religion. We're gonna go guilds, okay? We're gonna go then institution growth, and I'm gonna go for monthly diplomats, okay? We're gonna use a lot of diplomacy early as we're gonna be creating a ton of vassals. Now when it comes to your economy, max out legitimacy, drop down diplomatic spending, drop down fort maintenance, automate tax on the serfdom, automate tax on the burghers, reduce the clergy tax all the way. The reason why is because by having lower taxes on clergy, we're gonna make their estate satisfaction much higher, and this is gonna impact the monthly research progress, okay? So also increasing your diplomatic reputation. We're gonna automate Vlastela tax, which is the nobles, and we're gonna slowly bump up the minting a little bit. I like to leave it on the green, not on the white area, and those are your pretty much starting moves that you want to do, except for building, okay? Now starting as a Serbia, you're having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 silvers, okay? And right over here in Glubocica, you are going to get an event that's gonna convert these fiber crops into gold, okay? It's gonna cost you around 60 to 70 ducats, all right? So you're gonna do that once it pops out, and I will show it to you. Now, essentially, you want to be improving those RGOs. So when you go to your goods panels over here, you will click on the silver. Now, there is also a flavor event that is going to make Novo Brdo into a town, which is horrible, okay? So once Novo Brdo becomes a town, the maximum RGO on the silver, the size of it is gonna be 3. So we're gonna only be upgrading this one to the 3, okay? So we're gonna click it once. I'm gonna do over here one, I'm gonna do over here one, I'm gonna do over here one, okay? So we're gonna upgrade 4 of them, leave it as such, okay? Next thing, what I'm going to be doing, I'm gonna go to the buildings, I'm gonna click over here to cleric buildings, okay? I'm gonna build a scriptorium in Prizren, which is your capital, okay? We want to start going with the books because we want to push out libraries early, okay? That's gonna give us institution growth, so we can, and cultural influence and, you know, other stuff, literacy, pop speed, when it comes to promotions, so all of those stuff is gonna be helping us down the line. Now, since you're gonna be having shit ton of silver and gold, you wanna go for the Jewelers Guild also. So we're gonna queue one of those bad boys over here, also in Prizren in the capital, okay? And like I told you, you are going to trigger that event, so you wanna be a little bit above with the gold. Okay, and at this stage, essentially, you want to be resuming the game. I'm gonna put it to the speed 5 over here and just let it run to show you what kind of stuff we will trigger. Okay, so let's go further. We got rivalries over here declared on us. We are getting the Ottoman-Turkish threat, flavor events, and we can just ignore this stuff. Sicily declared us a rival. Like I told you, Hungary will rival you. Also, like, I never had a playthrough where Hungary didn't rival me, okay? And as you can see over here, we did get offer from alliance, from Bulgaria to create an alliance, which of course we're gonna accept it, because we can use Bulgarians to slap Byzantine and take their territory once the flavor event triggers for Serbia. Okay, so right now we have triggered the flavor event for Serbia, which are the dreams of King Stefan Uroš IV, Dušan Nemanić, or Dušan Silni, or in English, Dušan the Mighty. As you can see over here, we will be getting CB for Upper Macedonia, Lower Macedonia, Halkidiki, well, again Lower Macedonia, that's weird. I think they wanted to say Central Macedonia. Maybe just a bug, anyways, and Thessaly, okay? If you conquer these provinces during the life of Dušan, you will become an empire and gain the ability to proclaim our own patriarch, okay? And we will get insatiable ambition modifier, which is gonna be increasing the life expectancy. He's gonna always be military leader, and he needs to be a commander during the role, okay? So make sure to always put him as a commander during the wars, okay? So we're gonna select the only option that we have. As you guys remember, this is the point where you will pause the game, you will right click on Byzantine. As we know, we have alliance with Bulgaria, we're gonna straight up pull them, select any province, it doesn't matter, okay? Pull the Bulgaria into the war, make sure to click there and declare war on Byzantium, okay? So these are your essentially starting moves. As you can see, it's still 1337, we're not even 1 year into the game, although you do have 7,783 levies, okay? This will vary from playthrough to playthrough, but it shouldn't differ a lot, okay? Now, we are smart over here, so we're gonna reduce the food maintenance to the minimum, as we don't need it, okay? And what's next thing is gonna be, just resume it quickly over here. I like to lower the speed at this stage. I'm gonna take the bottom half of the army and I'm gonna move all of them into town of Ohrid. So I'm gonna right click town of Ohrid over here. It's a very good defendable location. You can see that on the tactical view. Attackers over here suffer a penalty of 3, and that's why Serbia is also goated, okay? And after I issue a movement order, I'm gonna click merge the strongest unit, okay? Which means that all of them are gonna go to the to this unit over here, and I'm gonna slowly over here bring the army with our emperor, okay? And I'm gonna move them also to that same place. Let's wait for it to happen. Now, we did get the event that triggers basically creation of gold, okay? Now, obviously you can ignore it, but that would make you an idiot. So you will accept it and you will get gold mines, as you can see. Right here, now we have gold, okay? Bulgaria is asking for food access, we will give them. As you can see, our troops have converged right now. Now, this event is the most important event that you will get as a Serbia, okay? There is 5% chance for it to trigger per month while you're in war with Byzantium, okay? If this event doesn't trigger, press escape, go to main menu, start a new run, okay? Because if you don't trigger this event, once you're done with the war with Byzantium, you are not going to be able to get Dushan's Code, which is a unique law that you can implement, which I'm gonna show you further down the line, okay? So, if you don't trigger this event, just restart it, okay? Alternatively, if you start the game with Dushan having lawgiver traits, you don't need this event, okay? But if you're not lucky to get it, okay, it is what it is, you don't get this event, it can only trigger if you are in the war, okay? We will accept him into our kingdom, okay? You don't actually need to accept him. Just triggering the event allows you to get the code, okay? But I'm gonna accept him nonetheless because we do get the spy network and we do get the army tradition, okay? And he's not so bad, as you can see, because he has some quite nice characteristics. So I'm gonna accept him and we are going to be resuming the game. Now what I'm gonna do at this stage, as you can see, usually the event triggers a little bit down the line for me. So I'm gonna lower the cost of court over here, okay? Just enough so that we are not gonna be essentially going into the loans, okay? So perhaps I will do it like this, okay? We are immediately next month gonna increase it. Keep that in mind, okay? Make sure over here to again do the merging of the units, okay? For some reason these guys are doing some weird stuff this time. So what you want to do next, you want to consolidate regiments and then you want to balance the unit, okay? And the next move you're gonna do straight away, you're gonna move down south and start taking Albanian lands, okay? Now, as you remember, we did reduce our fort maintenance, so we're gonna pull these guys back. This is gonna vary from run to run. Okay, the first time you win a battle, you're going to get a random military trait. We got army attrition in this case, okay? And you're just gonna take, you're gonna take back your army and you're gonna start conquering further down south. What I like to do, I like to conquer Epirus first completely. We just triggered the event for Novo Brdo. Okay, as you can see, Novo Brdo will come a town, get one development and get the prosperity. Down the line, okay, you will get an event to get a unique mining law, which is called Novo Brdo Code, okay? So the idea is to let Novo Brdo be a town until you trigger that event, because there is some nice bonus that you get from it, okay? And essentially, after you trigger that flavor event, just by waiting, okay, you will take the Novo Brdo back into the rural settlement. Okay, so we're gonna accept this. I'm gonna go back to the legitimacy. I'm gonna increase the cost of courts, okay? And we're gonna resume with our siege. There we go. These are random events that you can trigger depending what you want to do. Over here I'm gonna go for love is free. We do not want to angry Vlastela. because we have much more satisfaction with clergy. It's overall less of a penalty. Bulgaria doesn't seem to be doing much in this war. Now, what I'm also gonna do at this stage, okay, you will want to build a surgeonry, okay, for which you need 38 gold. Keep that in mind. Bulgarian forces have joined us. You're just gonna continue going through the Greece. Well, Byzantium. Let's say Greek lands. We do have a child, admin education. And you just continue. I clicked on a wrong province over here. As you can see, don't make the same mistake, it's actually this one that you want to be taking. Okay, go to the next one. Like we said, we want to queue up a sergeantry. The reason why you want a sergeantry, as you can see over here, is gonna give you local crown power. And you're not gonna be changing a capital for a while, and I will explain you why in a moment. Okay, as you can see over here right now, this terrain is prime for attacking, okay? So we're just gonna charge into them directly. We got a daughter, okay. There's a small skirmish over there. And the next move that you're going to do is charge into the Constantinople over there. Nice event, free money, always gonna say yes to it. Okay, usually Byzantium has forts over here. This is the first run in my life where I saw conquering Constantinople being so fast. Okay, so we're just gonna wait to capture all of these territories. Thank you very much. And as you can see, we have 100% war score. Now, you know, we have these territories over here as CB, okay, and they are required to be an empire, okay, but we're gonna take all of this land. Okay, we're gonna take all of this land. Now, as you can see, this is gonna put us over the limit, and this is because we would leave them too fractured, unfortunately, okay, which is not ideal, okay. From run to run, I had different experience when it comes to the total cost of peace, okay, and I'm confused by it. So what I tend to do, I tend to leave the lower Epirus like this, okay, and then what I like to do instead, I like to go over here and hit this button a couple of times. You can get 57 gold that way. So you can either do that, or you can go over here and select war reparations, okay, which will make Byzantine pay us a monthly cost. Now, it's very important, guys, to take this area. Keep that in mind. It's absolutely important to get Constantinople. And we will send the demands to Byzantium. Take all of these lands. Keep in mind, you're gonna peace half of the world, okay? But we're gonna accept it. Now, here is the bait. As a Serbian, you wanna rename it as a Carigrad, okay? But we're not gonna be doing that. The reason why is because this is untested, but Down the line, if we rename it to Tsarigrad, I don't think you're gonna be having an option after 1375 to move your capital to Constantinople. And the reason why I want to move your capital to Constantinople is because you are going to be having a much nicer power base over here due to how the land is and the proximity cost to the capital. We are going to dissolve the Patriarchate, okay? This is what you want to do. Okay, now as you can see, that took 2 years and Serbia is much bigger country. Okay, I'm gonna straight away disband the army. Okay, and here is the important part that we will have to do very soon. Okay, you go to stability right now that we have better situation with the money, and you're gonna max out the stability. Now you want to be pumping out stability ASAP, okay? Because the Black Plague is coming in 7 years. What you're going to do, you're gonna resume, and you're just gonna wait, and you're not gonna spend any money, okay? We are not spending any money, we are not doing anything right now, okay? Anything at all. You're just clicking OK and waiting. Like I said, we're gonna have a big coalition against us. Okay, this is exactly what you were waiting for. You're waiting to trigger the event to become an empire. You're gonna accept it, of course, because you're not an idiot not to. Okay, and you get another rival. What I like to do, and rival, I like to go for Trapezuntine Empire over there, as they were in war with us in the last time, and you unlock another cabinet member. Okay, you're gonna take this guy over here, you're gonna click on integrate province, and the first thing you want to do, sure, you want to integrate this stuff also, okay, but you want to go for Byzantium. Okay, the second thing that you would like to do, okay, now that you became an empire, is to create subjects. So you're gonna go to historical subjects, you're gonna go for Duchy of Thessaly, you're gonna click a fiefdom over there, okay? Then you're gonna go custom subjects, you're gonna find over here Northern Epirus, you're gonna click fiefdom over here, okay? Then you're gonna go for Evros, if I can find it, there we go, okay? You're gonna click over here on fiefdom, and then you're gonna find over here Dardanelles, you're gonna click on fiefdom, okay? And that's about it. You're gonna go to Evros. Now we do not have diplomatic capacity to do it, but eventually once you have it, give them this province and make sure to not give away the Constantinople, okay? Constantinople you want to keep, as I said, until 1375 in order to get ability to move your capital over there, okay? You will get option to move it to Skopje too. You don't want to do that because this terrain is horrible. It's better to do it this way, and then later on, once you conquer Bulgaria, because of course that's what you're gonna do. As you can see, you have a lot of rivers over here where you can urbanize from, and it's flatlands. You have a lot of coastal terrains. This is gonna be great for you when you're building towns and cities. And let's not forget that we have Ottomans over here. Now, your goal, from my playthroughs, what I found out to be the best thing to do is to aim as soon as possible to take lands from Bulgaria right now, okay? And to go over here to Tyr and to conquer it because it has mercury. Mercury is super rare. There is only a few tiles in the whole Europe that have mercury, and you want to use that. Once you get to the third age, you're gonna be able to build mercury patios, which are gonna double the production of gold and silver in the areas where it's built. Also, you want to take Athens over here and the other areas, but this will come down the line. So these are essentially your starting moves that you want to do as Serbia, okay? That's pretty much about it, okay guys? So I hope you liked it. I hope this helps you, okay? And before we finish the video, as you can see, I got the Dushan scope, and this is exactly what I want to show you in the video, because you get the unique legal law that gives you 33% crown power, efficiency of the cabinet plus 10%, progress towards centralization 0.1, and you lose 5% state equilibrium, but it's worth it. You're gonna immediately tank all of this stuff, which is absolutely okay. We get the lawgiver also trait, which is gonna reduce the proximity cost. It's just perfect thing to do. Don't be foolish not to take it. Okay, this is one of the best things about playing Serbia, and you're gonna accept it. Okay, and as you can see, immediately you become the great power. Not even 2 years, 2 years into the game. So I'm gonna leave it as that and leave you to progress further. But essentially that would be the early steps that you can make and repeat in order to get, in my opinion, the best possible start. Take this from a Serbian on how to play Serbia. Have a lovely day. Make sure to subscribe, drop a like, give a good comment, share with your friends, and go conquer the world. Serbia strong, whatever. Yeah, have fun.